Introducing Eugene Gwyneth. She graduated in 1980 from UBC. She's been studying volcanoes for nearly 30 years. Eugene is addicted to eating aluminum foil.
Introducing Glenn Coco. Glenn Coco graduated in 1940 from the University of California. She's been studying plate tectonics for 50 years, and she has an addiction to sniffing paint. Introducing Sue Peabody. Sue Peabody graduated in 1950 of Princeton. She's been studying earthquakes for 50 years, and she has an addiction to peeing in the sink.
Hi, I'm Glenn Coco. Welcome back to Remember This. As you've heard, we're expecting a big earthquake in British Columbia. These are 3 things that you can do if you're in an earthquake. Number 1. Run under a chair! Number 2. Number 3. Go outside. Don't bring anything with you if you experience an earthquake. Just go straight to a safe spot.
A volcano erupts when the pressure on the magma chambers causes the magma to rise and come out together with gas, rocks, and ashes. The violence of the eruption depends on how much pressure the volcano is under before it erupts. Sometimes they're caused by earthquakes. Right here is a diagram of a volcano, and it is made of paper mache, and you put baking soda and vinegar to make it erupt. Kaboom!
No penguins were harmed, and the hobo refuses to press charges because it was purely self-defense. Now there's Kat with the weather.
Thank you, Hannah. A tsunami is coming towards the coast of British Columbia. In this general area, the tsunami will hit, and if you live here, you should take safety precautions and evacuate. Back to you, Hannah.
Thanks, Kat. As we know, a tsunami is a series of large waves caused by displacement of a large body of water. If you are at home and you hear of a tsunami warning, please make sure your family knows and follow the advice of your local area law enforcement. Now here's Kira with the sports.
Thanks, Hannah. There's supposed to be a big game tonight at the Durrell Court on Basketball Central, but apparently there was an earthquake, so there are tsunami warnings, and you better get out your safety kits instead of watching the game now. Back to you, Hannah.
Well, that's unfortunate. Thanks, Kira. Thanks for tuning in to Fat Rena News on Channel 101. Join us next week.
My name's Champagne, but pour me some.
That's my girl.
Yes, and I've been in the rap city on the streets for ages.
How it is, girl?
She my jam.
Aisha.
Yeah, and I've been rapping since I was a little baby.
Sister, my mother.
Oh, let me correct that. I mean, since I was a little bun in the oven.
My bun.
Yes, a bun in the oven. I was kicking, apparently. But actually, I was breakdancing.
Oh, hey, oh,
breakdancing
yeah.
all day and night. Day and night, yes.
Girl.
And that's all I have to say about myself.
Tell it like it is.
I'm Shadid and I walk like this. I'm Shadid and I dance like this. I'm Shadid, I can only count to 6. What the heck come after 6? I'm Shadid and I always wear clothes. I'm a machine. I'm Shadid and I'm stuck in the bag. I'm Shadid and I'm a bag.
Yeah, you know what it is. Crust moving because of plate tectonics. Mantles like plastic, and the core is very dense and metallic. Memorize this song, and you'll know everything about the crusted mantle. Crusted mantle. Moving on down. There are 2 more layers, called the outer core, inner core, outer core, inner core.
See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Boss, science teacher, at it again. Sick flow, spitting that regurgitation. Ready to begin, so without further ado, I'ma hop on this fresh beat so I can teach you about the layers of the earth. First things first. The outermost layer is called the crust, filled with dirt.
And rocks and sand. I hope you understand. The crust is the layer on top of which we stand. It's made of rocks, mostly igneous. Oceanic crust, the densest and the skinniest, sinks below some other crust during the subduction, which might result in a volcano and eruption.
Yeah, you know what it is. Crust moving because of plate tectonics. Mantle like plastic, and the core is very dense and metallic. Memorize this song, and you know everything about the crust and mantle, crust and mantle, crust and mantle, crust and mantle. Moving on down, there are two more layers called the outer core, inner core, outer core, inner core. Yeah.
To the ocean floor, you'll see that it's getting new rock by a process known as sea floor spreading. The continents fit together something like a puzzle. They move so slowly like a center in a huddle.
Used to be a supercontinent Pangea. They move apart, continent drift sea. Since they're always moving, there a great amount of stress, tension, compression, and shearing will be on the test.
Yeah, you know what it is. Crust moving because of plate tectonics. Mantles like plastic, and the core is very dense and metallic. Memorize the song. You'll know everything about the crust and mantle. Crust and mantle. Crust and mantle. Crust and mantle. Moving on down, there are two more layers called the outer core, inner core. Outer core, inner core. Yeah.
When the rock breaks, there's a crack called a fault. Usually plates are locked up like a fault. But when stress builds up and the pressure is too great, the ground starts shaking, cause there's an earthquake. Oh.
Why do plates move? I hope you heard the lesson when I said it was the heating of the mantle by convection. The track's running out, the only thing's missing, the outer core is solid and the inner core is liquid.
Yeah. You know what it is.
Crust moving cause of
Plate tectonics.
Yeah. Mantles like plastic.
And the core is really dense and metallic.
Memorize this song and you'll know everything about the crust and mantle. Crust and mantle.
Crust and mantle.
Crust and mantle.
Moving on down, there are
Two more layers called the
outer core,
inner core,
outer core,
inner core.
yeah.